All right, today we're going to talk through why pushing through is one of the biggest triggers and detriments to your midlife body and to your nervous system, how you've been conditioned to do it. It's not your fault, and how it can feel really unsafe and really, really, really uncomfortable to stop and shift the way you're doing things. So that can be stop and rest, that can be stop and slow down, that can be stop and take care of yourself in some way. And I'm also going to give you some really simple tools on how to shift how you show up in the world, um, and overriding that impulse to perform, no matter what the cost. So I'm going to help with a few tools to help make it easier to slow down, to rest, to listen to your intuition, your desire for stillness, your desire just to be, whatever it is. We're going to unpack this a little bit, and you'll walk away with some things you can do right away. So, my name is Angela Warburton. I'm a Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine expert. I work with essential oils, nervous system rewiring, and I'm focused on helping midlife and menopausal women thrive because you do not have to suffer. And I am also a midlife woman, so I get this. I live this. I've worked in it. I've been in this industry for over 30 years. And everything that I teach, I use for myself because I needed to. So I'm here to help. Small, doable tools and tips that you can use and apply every day. So I wonder how many of you actually push through. You override your need to rest. You put yourself and your needs at the back, on the back burner, and you prioritize everyone else or work or whatever it is, getting things done off your list. Um, this is so common. I have yet to meet a woman who doesn't do this. And if she doesn't do it, it's because she's worked really hard to shift things so that she doesn't do it. And so this has a direct impact on your nervous system. It's if as soon as you override your need, if you have an impulse to sit down, to take a break, to you notice your body tightening up and you keep going, it immediately will shift your body into survival mode. So it's turning off that rest, digest, expansion, thrive, parasympathetic side. It turns that off and it switches on that survival mode. And this is going to contribute to feelings in your body. When your body is off balance and it needs something different, it will do this. It will let you know this through symptoms, through signs. And so if you get a symptom or a sign, and then you're like, no, 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 can't hear it. I'm going to put it over there. And you take a pill to make your headache go away. You have a little bit of coffee, a little bit of sugar. You just shut down and keep going. Our internal threat bucket, that bucket that tells us that something's not right, is going to get louder. And it's going to get louder because it wants us to stop. And so stopping, and by the way, stopping doesn't mean you're never going to accomplish anything again. It just means you need to stop, to pause, to listen, and to honor your body's emotional, mental body needs. And then when you feel like you're resourced again, whatever that is, you've had a glass of water, you've had something to fuel your system, you've moved a little, you've emoted a little, whatever that is, you've stopped for the day, shut down your computer and done something fun, whatever that is, then you'll be ready to either reassess if something needs to change, to tweak things, or to continue with your task at hand. So it doesn't mean that things are going to end. And a lot of times we feel like if we stop, it's like we have this sort of rock and a hard place. Either we're working and accomplishing things and getting things done and working towards our goal and or goals, and then we'll be a complete successful person, or we rest and then we won't accomplish things. But if we work, where the cost of that is that we're going to burn ourselves out. This is when we know we're in a distorted pattern and an old pattern. What the reality is our body is constantly going from one action oriented to rest. So it's, we'd say in Chinese medicine, a yang activity, action, outward moving, doing, to a yin, more introverted, introspection, resting, like physical rest, or working and looking for more information and insight from inside. And once we have that, then we can put that into action. It's got to be aligned action when we do things. And your body is not messing with you. It's communicating with you. Your body's not like, I think I'll give her a headache just for the fun of it. Or maybe it's like, oh no, I'll just have a headache and it means nothing. It means something. Your body is wiser than you can possibly imagine. Every single symptom is a guidepost. It's directing you to what you need, what needs to be tended to. And everybody has a window of tolerance. Your body is unique. You are unique. There's no one else out there like you with your history, with your likes, your dislikes, your body composition, where you are in the world, where you are in your lifespan as well. And so your unique guideposts or signs is going to be different than anyone else's. So we can't compare ourselves to other people. We can't hack our way out of things. We have to learn to listen to our body and become deeply aligned to the subtleties that it's sending out. Because if we're not paying attention to the subtleties, it will get louder. I promise you, it will get louder. I always say your body's whispering, and then it's kind of yelling in your ear, and then it has a megaphone in your ear and it's screaming at you. And this is actually what I love about Eastern medicine. This is how I got into it because I had a symptom, and my Western approach is so good for so many things. For this one, it didn't have any answers. And when I went to Eastern medicine, it made every little symptom that I had, it fell into place and explained a pattern. My body was talking. And when I understood, I knew how to take appropriate action. So everything from hangnails to hemorrhoids to insomnia, hot flashes, rage, despair, everything has wisdom for you. Everything wants and needs to be heard because it's giving you information. So when we can start paying attention and as opposed to thinking of our symptoms as an inconvenience and looking at them as wisdom, then we can start to do something about it. And when our body is talking to us, one of the simplest and most powerful things we can do is to stop, to check in, and reset our system in some way. Because we go from stress state, we don't see stuff, we're in a survival state. We're doing the bare minimum to survive. Our vision gets more narrow, we can't see possibilities, our breathing gets shallow, we're not digesting, we're using up our resources because we think we're going to die if we don't continue on this path. When we stop and we reset, and this is where we can use nervous system resetting tools, essential oils, breath work. There's so many little things that we can do. We can stack them, we can do them individually, but when we infuse our day with them, we're signaling safety to our body. We're reminding it that it's okay. It's safe. It's safe to rest. It's safe to stop for a moment. And when we do that, we breathe differently. We can see shifts, we can see possibilities, we see solutions that we might not have seen before. So I'm going to give you two simple tools that I love to use. I'm going to combine an essential oil tool with a nervous system tool. So you can try these individually or you can try them together. Um, the essential oils, I use them. They're very powerful. There's so much great information about the science of what they actually do, the biochemistry of them, and also the energetics from an Eastern medicine perspective. So the oil I'm going to have you work with today is marjoram. And marjoram has an affiliation with the liver system in Eastern medicine. And this is the system that gets stressed out. This is the system that gets tight, irritated, edgy. It has an influence over the regularity of our menstrual cycles, our bowels. So if we're constipated or have those like pellety poops, or we're like IBS, so one day we're constipated, the next day we got loose poops. This can be a nervous, a liver system imbalance. Often shows up in the diaphragm if we're not breathing well, if we got pain and with our ribs. This can be a sign that this system needs a little bit of love. The channel it's paired with the gallbladder channel. So liver and gallbladder are paired, and the gallbladder channel runs up. It starts in the head and runs all the way through the sides of our head, down through this occipital area, top of our shoulders, sides of our breasts, ribs, butt, hips, down the sides of our legs. And so if you're like many people, when you get stressed, it starts to accumulate up here, and you can feel this tension and you can feel this tightness in this area, or maybe you get tension headaches here. So if we can apply marjoram, which is going to, anything that's like kind of hard, it's going to help to soften and just bring a little more movement there. And so if we can apply this on an acupuncture point that helps to release that tension on the liver or gallbladder channel, we're going to be making it feel better, and we're sort of stacking things together. So the way I use acupuncture, essential oils and acupuncture points, you want a really high quality acupuncture or high quality acupuncture point and you want a high quality essential oil and you're going to dilute it. You do not need full strength for this. So I usually do you can start with a 50-50 dilution, 60-40, 60% carrier oil, 40% essential oil. Must be high quality, no synthetics, and you can use any kind of carrier oil, almond oil, jojoba oil, hazelnut oil. You could even use like an olive oil. It's just ideally doesn't have a smell. And all you're going to do is you're going to put one of the diluted drops on your finger. And if it's a point on two sides of the body, which this one does, you can split it between the two. And the point we're using is called gallbladder 21, and it's at that high point of the shoulder. So just between the tip of your collarbone and the back of the middle of your spine, and it's right at that high point, and you're just going to lay the oil on. It is so simple. And you're just going to hold it there very gently. You are not pushing in hard. Like if you're seeing an indent, you're going too hard. We have sort of been conditioned to think harder, better, feel it more, push in, it's going to get better results. And I often find the more we pull back, the more we just do softness. Our body's wise, we're wise. We don't need to hurt ourselves in order to have something be really effective. So you're just going to hold it on these points and you can just breathe and it's 1 to 3 minutes. So that's one you can do. Or, and you can also combine it with a nervous system resetting tool. So I'm going to show you a couple of nervous system resetting tools that you can do anywhere. Like I'm talking anywhere, at your desk, in the car, walking down the street. Some of them the people won't even know that you're doing. Some they might, but who cares what they think really? So we're actually going to use our tongue in our mouth. And believe it or not, by pushing, I'm going to show you a few different locations with your tongue, and you can see which one looks best for you. Nice way to check to see if a nervous system tool is a high payoff one, like you're getting a really good response for it, is to check your body armoring beforehand. So you can use that through checking your neck. How much rotation do you have? Just check on the wall how far you go. You can use like an arm, sort of a cactus arm. You just sort of see how much, does it go down on the side? That's another way to do it. You can also use your breath. Do you have more expansion through your ribs, through your low back? Is it moving in that 360 degrees? Lots of ways to do that. And so this one, you're just going to take your tongue and you're going to push your tongue to the roof of your mouth and hold for about 20 seconds. And that means your whole tongue. You can actually test it first, just hold it for 5 seconds, retest. Did you get more movement? So you can push the whole tongue in the roof of your mouth and hold. Can't really tell that I'm doing that. You can also do just the tip of your tongue right at the base of your teeth and where the roof of your mouth and your teeth meet. You can hold it there. You can also just push your tongue into your right side of your cheek, the left side of your cheek. So all these you don't have to do them all. Find one that works for you. And then the last one you can do is actually do circles with your tongue around in the inside of your mouth. Maybe about 3 or 4 of those. These ones make me yawn almost immediately. And we know if we're yawning, we're like, oh, I'm relaxed. I'm okay. So you can do 3 to 4 like that. So if you want to stack it, you're holding an acupuncture point with an oil and close your eyes or keep them open and you can do one of the tongue rotations. Just hold it there. And just notice. Now you can hold this a bit longer. You won't need to hold the tongue for 1 to 3 minutes. Going longer isn't necessarily a better thing. So just notice if you go longer and maybe you decrease your rotation, you've gone too long. So you are you. There's no one else like you. Everyone's nervous system responds differently. But those are a few simple tools that you can do. And I find infusing them through the day makes a huge difference. So anytime you start to feel a bit of a tension build up, anytime you start to feel frustrated, overwhelmed, you're getting dysregulated, you start to be like, no, I got to keep going. I got to keep going. Stop. It's like stop, drop, and roll. When you get fired, just stop, take a breath, find something. I have oils with me everywhere, but you can do this nervous system literally anywhere. Take a moment, just check in with yourself. Let that mind and body, be in the same place. There's a saying I love, be where your hands are. Like, where are your hands? Is your mind in the same place where your hands are? Not. bring it back home. Okay, so this is simple things. I try to give you really simple tools that you can do, apply every day, and just understanding your body better. If you like the essential oil work, I have a little guidebook, essential oil you can book you can buy. I'll put the link in the notes. I also have toolkits. I am running a workshop on the nervous system for midlife women soon, so check back for that. I work one-on-one with people. I do groups with people, groups of women together. It is one of my favorite things. They are just glorious, and sharing together and being in that space can be so healing. So I know I have a new one coming up in January. If you're interested in working with me, reach out. I am here to support you. You are amazing. You're doing amazing things. And I hope this helped you in some way. So have a beautiful day or evening, and I will see you next time.